In 2026, the gap between the top 1% of AI users and, well, everyone else is just widening like crazy.
Faster than ever.
And here's the thing. It's not about IQ. It's not because they have some secret tool.
Yep.
It's because 99% of us are making the same basic mistakes over and over again.
Exactly. It's like the difference between driving a supercar and trying to tow a boat with, I don't know, a Toyota Camry. Most people are just wondering why their engine is smoking.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. It is Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. Today we're digging into a guide from Max Ann called The 7 Deadly AI Mistakes. And, you know, there is so much noise out there about AI right now.
Oh, it's deafening.
But this one feels different. It feels less like a how-to guide and more like an intervention.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
It's this uncomfortable truth about why, with all this amazing tech, most people's productivity hasn't really changed.
Hasn't budged at all.
So we're going to walk through these 7 mistakes from the ChatGPT Trap all the way to the lazy fantasy and talk about how to fix them.
Right, and what I love here is that it cuts through the hype. We're not talking about, is AI sentient? We're talking about why your workflow is broken right now, today, and how you can fix it.
Okay, let's just dive right in. Mistake number 1. Max calls it the ChatGPT Trap.
The trap, yes.
Now, I have to play devil's advocate for a second. Because for most people, AI is ChatGPT.
It is, yeah. It's the default.
It's the Google of this era. I open it, I type what I need, and I get an answer. Why is that a trap?
It's a trap because of what the guide calls the Swiss Army knife fallacy. He compares ChatGPT to a Toyota Camry.
A Camry's a good car.
It's a great car. It's reliable. It gets you from A to B.
Yeah.
But would you ever use a Camry to tow a boat?
No, probably not.
Or to win a drag race? Of course not. But that's what people are doing. They try to get it to write a novel or make a photorealistic image, and the result is fine. It's okay.
It's mediocre.
It's mediocre. The top 1% in 2026, they treat AI like a specialized ecosystem. They have a whole garage full of cars, not just one sedan.
Okay, so let's get specific then. If I'm not supposed to default to ChatGPT for everything, what does a pro's dashboard even look like? For deep writing, where am I going?
If you're doing long-form writing essays, reports, anything complex, the guide is very clear. You should be using Claude.
Why Claude? What's the difference?
It's the feel and the context window. Claude just has a more human, less robotic tone. It can stay coherent over really long documents.
Yes.
It actually remembers what you said on page 1 when you're on page 50.
Okay, so Claude for writing. What about research? Because usually I just ask ChatGPT to look this up for me.
And that's so dangerous because of hallucinations.
Right.
For real research, you need to use Perplexity.
Because it's connected to the live web.
Exactly. Live web and, crucially, citations. You can see the sources. You're not asking an AI to dream up a fact. You're asking a research assistant to go find the facts.
Okay, visuals. I see people just tearing their hair out trying to make slides.
Oh. Don't ask a chatbot to describe slides. You use Gamma.app. It builds the layout, the design, everything. You just edit.
And images. We've all seen those weird, waxy-looking AI photos.
Yep. For that, the guide points to Nano Banana Pro for realistic textures. And for video, it's a specific model, Kling AI Model 2.6.
So the big takeaway here is if you think AI doesn't work for your problem, you're probably just using the wrong tool.
Precisely. You're blaming the Camry because it can't pull the boat.
So why is that default to ChatGPT so hard for us to break?
It's just convenience. Convenience creates this massive blind spot to specialized performance.
We get lazy.
Totally. We want one window, one login, even if the results are just okay.
That makes perfect sense. Okay, let's go to mistake number 2.
Yeah.
This one feels a little more technical, but I think it's where people are wasting a lot of money. Confusing models with tools.
A money pit, yeah.
Walk me through this. To me, the app is the model.
So think of it this way. The model is the engine. It's the big, powerful V8 under the hood.
Okay.
The tool is the car around it, the steering wheel, the dashboard, the nice leather seats. The mistake is when you pay, say, $50 a month for a really fancy dashboard, some new app that's just running a free or super cheap engine underneath.
So it's basically a markup scheme.
Often, yeah. The guide calls them expensive wrappers.
Can you give me a concrete example?
Sure, image generation. Let's say you want to use Daily. Option A, you pay $20 a month for ChatGPT Plus. You ask for a cat, you get a cat.
Right. And you have almost no control.
You get what you get.
Okay.
Option B, you find a specialized tool that plugs into that same Daily engine. Maybe it's cheaper or has a free tier. But this tool gives you aspect ratio controls, brand kits, style presets.
So it's the same engine, but a better interface gives you professional level control.
Exactly. And the warning is that a lot of these $50 a month startups are just a pretty face on a model you could use for pennies.
So what's the fix? How do we avoid getting ripped off? The guide mentions Hugging Face and leaderboards. I mean, what even is Hugging Face?
Great name, right? It's basically the main hub for the AI community. Think of it like a GitHub, but for AI models. You go there, you look for the OpenLLM leaderboard,
Okay.
and it just ranks the best performing engines at that exact moment.
Yeah.
Once you see which engine is at the top, you just find a tool that lets you use it.
A power user interface.
Exactly. Like Recraft or Leonardo.ai or OpenRouter. They let you swap different engines in and out. You're paying for the power, not for the fancy marketing.
Does the interface really change the output that much, though?
Yes, because good interfaces unlock the model's full capabilities, the stuff that simple chat windows hide from you.
That brings us to mistake number 3. And this is one, honestly, I see everywhere. One-and-done prompting.
The classic amateur move.
Yeah, you type one prompt, you get garbage back, and you just quit. You say, see, this doesn't work.
You know, I have to be a little vulnerable here for a second.
Go for it.
I still wrestle with this. I get this prompt drift where I'll just sit there tweaking one word then another, hoping if I can just find the perfect magic spell, it'll read my mind on the first try.
It's that desire for instant magic.
It is. And it's so hard to shake. But the guide is really clear that's not how this works. Max compares it to hiring a new employee.
Okay.
Imagine you hire a junior assistant. You just point to a desk and say, do marketing, and then you walk away.
That would be a complete disaster.
Right. Then you come back an hour later and fire them because they didn't magically guess your entire brand strategy. That's what we do with AI every day.
So what's the pro workflow? If it's not one and done, what does it look like?
It's a fast 4-step iteration cycle. Step 1, rough prompt, write a sales email. 30 seconds max. Don't overthink it.
And gives you something generic.
Totally generic. Step 2, fast evaluation. Scan it for 10 seconds. Don't even read it all. Just, okay, tone is wrong, missed the price. Step 3, specific feedback. You tell it, make it more casual. Add the $200 price. Shorten the second paragraph. Another 30 seconds.
And then step 4.
Final polish. You take what it gives back, and you manually tweak the last 10% yourself.
You're collaborating with it.
You're iterating. The whole process takes maybe 90 seconds versus 30 minutes trying to craft one perfect prompt that fails anyway. It's a huge shift.
So why do we expect magic instead of collaboration?
I think we forget that AI learns through feedback, just like a person. We treat it like a vending machine, not a junior colleague.
Let's move to mistake 4, drowning in news. I think we can all relate to this one. Tutorial paralysis.
Well, this is the productivity killer, for sure.
It really hits home. You know, reading 50 newsletters, watching top 10 AI tools, videos, it feels productive. You tell yourself, I'm learning.
But you're not doing it. It's productive procrastination. You feel busy, you get that little dopamine hit of finding something to do, but your actual output is zero.
So how do you stop? The FOMO is real. If I don't read the news, I'll miss out on the next big thing.
The guide has a really simple fix for this. It's about intent. Before you click on anything, you have to write down one sentence.
What's the sentence?
I want to use AI to outcome so I can benefit.
Okay, give me an example.
I want to use AI to write my newsletter in 30 minutes so I can spend more time with my clients.
Right. And then what?
Then you look at the article or the video and ask, does this help me write my newsletter faster? If the answer is no, you close the tab. It's just noise.
And there's an 80-20 rule in here for time management.
Yeah, 80% of your time should be spent using AI, actually doing work. Only 20% learning about it. Most people have that completely backward.
The guide's prescription is strict. A monthly deep dive, a weekly check-in, but 0 daily news.
It's an information detox.
How do you know when you've crossed that line into paralysis?
When your input of information exceeds your output of work, that's the red flag.
That is a tough mirror to look into. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are tackling the biggest lie people tell themselves. I'm not technical enough. Stay with us.
And we're back, looking at the 7 deadly AI mistakes from Max Ann's guide. We are up to mistake number 5, the not technical enough lie.
This is a big one. It's that belief that you need to know how to code, that you need a CS degree to play in the space.
I hear it all the time. Oh, I'm not a tech person. Max uses this great analogy. He compares this moment right now to digital marketing in 2010.
It's a perfect comparison. Think back to 2010. If you knew how to run a basic Google ad and set up a Facebook business page, you were a wizard.
You're a social media guru.
Exactly. Did you need to know how to code the Facebook algorithm? No. You just needed to know how to use the tool. And that's exactly where we are with AI now.
So what do businesses actually need from people if it's not coding?
They need translators. They need people who can identify use cases in a workflow, people who can build simple prompt libraries and set up no-code automations. The guide lists some of the actual services non-technical people are selling right now, and the prices are kind of wild.
Yeah, the numbers are real. AI readiness assessments. Basically just auditing a company.
Yeah.
People are charging $2,000 to $5,000 for that.
For a prompt library creation.
$1,000 to $3,000. For what is essentially a well-organized Google Doc.
So the value isn't writing code.
The value is in translating a business problem into a solution that saves time or makes money. That's it.
So the barrier isn't a technical skill at all.
No, the barrier is simply the decision to start. It's psychological, not technical.
That's a perfect lead-in to mistake number 6, which is maybe the most dangerous one. Thinking AI replaces skills. The lazy fantasy.
This is the one that'll get you left behind.
It's this idea that, oh, AI does everything, so I don't need to learn how to write or design or think strategically.
And it's so wrong. The concept here is that AI raises the floor. It lets a beginner get to an average, mediocre result almost instantly.
Right, from 0 to C+ in 10 seconds.
But it does not replace the ceiling. Experts still dominate. And they dominate even more now.
Why more?
Because of the judgment problem. If you don't know anything about marketing and you ask an AI for a marketing plan, how do you know if what it gives you is brilliant or complete garbage?
You don't. You have no taste, no frame of reference.
You're flying blind.
There's this moment in the guide that just stopped me cold. As whoa. Imagine scaling to 1 billion queries, but they're all just average because no one has the taste to refine them.
Yeah, that one hits hard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just this giant ocean of C+ work, a world of pure mediocrity because no one knows what an A even looks like anymore.
That's a scary thought.
It is. If you skip the fundamentals, you just become a manager who can't evaluate their team's work.
Yeah.
You're just approving bad ideas because you don't know any better.
So the real strategy is to learn the fundamentals manually to build your taste, and then use AI to scale your output.
Amplify your skill, don't replace it. You have to be the editor-in-chief, not just the person who pushes the print button.
And what happens if you skip learning the fundamentals?
You become a commodity. You produce the same average stuff as everyone else, and you become totally replaceable.
Okay, mistake number 7, the last one. Forgetting AI is just a tool.
This is the hammer analogy.
Right. If you hit your thumb with a hammer, you don't stand there and blame the hammer. You figure out you were holding it wrong.
But with AI, we love to blame the machine. It hallucinated. It wrote a bad email. It didn't get what I meant.
We need responsibility framework.
Right. If the output is bad, it is not the AI's fault. It is almost always one of 4 things. Not enough context, unclear instructions, no iteration, or you just picked the wrong tool for the job.
It puts the ownership right back on the user.
Completely. And this leads to what the guide calls AI calibration.
Calibration, what does that mean in practice?
It's knowing how much effort a task actually deserves. If it's a low-stakes task, like brainstorming party ideas, a quick, sloppy prompt is fine. Who cares? But if it's a high-stakes client proposal, you need to be meticulous. You need extensive quality control. You can't treat them both the same.
So what's the ultimate mindset shift here?
It's shifting from blaming the machine to taking complete ownership of the result. It's your fault, and that's the only way to get better.
So wrapping all this up, what's the big idea after these 7 mistakes?
The 1% advantage isn't about being a genius. It's about execution over passive consumption. It's about doing, not just reading.
The guide closes with this very clear binary choice, path 1 versus path 2.
Path 1 is the 99%. Use ChatGPT for everything, consume endless news, and blame the tool when it doesn't work.
And path 2.
That's the 1%. You use the right tool for the job, you limit the noise, you iterate relentlessly. And most of all, you own the results, good or bad.
AI doesn't reward curiosity alone. It rewards execution.
That's the line. That's the whole thing right there.
So I want to challenge everyone listening. Just pick one of these mistakes. Maybe you're a one-and-done prompter. Maybe you're drowning in newsletters.
Just fix one thing today. Unsubscribe from the junk. Force yourself to iterate 3 times on your next prompt. It's that one little change.
And just see what happens. Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you in 1%.
See you there.